Tell me how this is fair. What is this?
You picked it out.
I didn't pick this out. I picked the one with 3 carats of diamonds, and I got this piece of crap.
Because you're gonna lose it.
How was work today?
Fantastic.
Are you ready to be a nurse practitioner and be done with this job?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you excited to be a nurse practitioner?
Yeah.
Are you excited to take your boards?
No. Nuts.
Check this out. Remember how I told you I didn't wear one of these? Yep. That's not true anymore. Heather, apparently it secretly bothered her, and now I have one on and really, really don't like it. It's Monday, and it's 4:30, and I haven't filmed a thing. Look at this. Heather's car is never this clean. We just got her back from Pittsburgh today. Look at this. Spotless. Okay, I'm at my parents' house, which is, when people say they live in the middle of nowhere, what they're referring to is just basically something similar to where my parents' house is. Please, allow me to show you. This is the middle of nowhere. There are no houses anywhere even close. It's just woods, fields, and more fields. So I'm actually waiting on my mom right now because, believe this or not, even the wonderful son that I am, they never gave me a house key. I had one, I don't anymore, and they don't give me one now. Yeah, that's what they think of me. So here's a funny story. My brother is actually in Paris right now. He's Paris and then he's going somewhere else. But anyway, so his car is here and both of his dogs are here. So my mom currently has 4 dogs in her house. Basically, she just lives like I do every day. My mom's here. Look how cute she looks in her scrubs. Oh, she looks so adorable. Okay.
In here so they don't come out.
Oh. Alright, so how I told you she has like 100 dogs. That's Rascal.
There's only 2 right now.
That's Hershey. Where's Jackson in them? Where's Jackson and...
I had to pin them up.
Oh God. That bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's just...
And here comes... Look at... Whoa! God, he's huge now.
He is.
Oh my God. Teddy, bro! You're huge. Hi, Jackson. Teddy. Dude, you're massive now. Okay, so fun quirk about my parents' house. My parents have like a 100-year-old farmhouse. There is actually no ladder to the attic. So I have to jump on this chair and then just like do a pull-up to get in there. But that's the last place I can think to look for this, what I'm looking for. It's my very first video camera, so I'm going up there now. Okay. So mom's probably gonna be mad that I put this on camera, but who has an organized attic? This is from years of having kids. This is what an attic actually looks like in real life. And I was just up here and made half of this mess. Okay, I'm gonna find this camera. Sega Genesis. That's pretty sweet. I think I found one of them. Oh, this is it, I think. Yes, it is. Holy shit. This thing is so sweet. I found the VHS one. Look at that bad boy. Oh man, that thing is so cool. Who remembers these? Oh my God. The amount of treasure that we have found in this house today. Okay, so I came over here looking for one thing that I never found, but the amount of stuff that my mom and I found, this was like the world's best nostalgic treasure hunt that I've ever been on. I'll wait till I get back to my office and show you everything. Are you mad that I left a big mess?
No.
We found so much fun stuff.
We did.
Okay.
Love you.
See ya. Love you.
Love you too.
Alright, so I have to tell you this story because what we found tonight probably is the happiest that I've been in a long time to find something like that. So when I was in college, one of the things I got my mom for Christmas one year was a program to transfer VHS tapes over to digital, so you'd have them on your computer as just files to burn or whatever you wanted. Well, as part of your Christmas present, why don't I sorry, railroad tracks. Why don't I take all the home movies we have on VHS back to school with me, and I'll transfer them all over for you. So I took the program, took the VHS tapes, and being the typical lazy college student that I was, I never transferred them. When I moved home, it was like an absolute shitstorm of just things everywhere, because I had been at college for 5 years, or 4 years. I had been in Frostburg, living there, and didn't bring my stuff home in the summer. I just came home and stayed in the summer and worked and then would go back to school. And none of that, I accumulated so much crap. So there was just piles and piles of stuff that just never really got sorted out. And then after I had been home for 3 months is when Heather and I moved in together. So about a year ago or 2 years ago, when I started Marks Media, I was looking and said, hey, where did we put those VHS tapes? Because I really want to transfer them over because I want to use them in like a project about myself that I want to put online. We couldn't find them. And for probably the last year and a half or 2 years, I have been searching for these tapes. And my mom and I have literally torn our house apart probably 3 or 4 times and never found them. And when I was moving out of college, a ton of stuff got thrown away. So we both just kind of sadly accepted that those videos were gone. I was so upset because I thought it was my fault. Tonight, looking for that camera, I opened like a little box that we had looked at a ton of times and never opened. All the tapes were in there. Anyway, I am so excited to show you a bunch of the stuff that I found in my parents' house tonight. The first thing is this. You got a glimpse of it, and I had to laugh because right here, there's a sticker where someone had put this in a yard sale for $25. And I am so glad that I didn't lose this memory over 25 bucks. You don't really realize how much weird things are going to mean to you later in life until it's probably too late. So this is a great example. This, pull this bad boy out of here. This was the first really any experience that I had with filmmaking. I remember when I was probably like 6 years old, I remember carrying this, lugging this huge thing around in my parents' house, and my mom freaked out because back in its day, this was a crazy expensive camera. I mean, this has auto weight balance, it's got a high-speed shutter, it's got all kinds of crazy stuff that back then was a big deal. I mean, my parents, God knows how much they paid for this, and I can remember walking out through the house. I don't even think I was recording. I was just kind of watching through the eyepiece. And my mom was like, oh my God, be careful, don't break that. But all the home movies that I found today that I'm so excited about finding, and pretty much all that stuff, all of that was shot with this. So this is literally the first camera I ever shot any video with, ever, right there. Before the internet. Yeah, that's how old I am. I've shot a lot of video. I actually have, I think total I have around 25 terabytes right now of video that I've shot just in the last 2 years. And a lot of that video never see the light of day. I've seen it, I was there for it, I got to shoot it. But a lot of stuff I just constantly shoot video. I have B-roll libraries like you couldn't imagine. They get used in commercial projects here sometimes, but other times they're just videos that never really get turned into anything. I sit on footage all the time and don't use it, and I think a lot of people think every single thing I shoot and every picture I take ends up online, and it doesn't. But I can tell you that these videos here mean more to me than any of that stuff that I've ever shot. This one right here is really funny. It's my favorite. If you see right there, it says Blizzard of 93. Garrett County had a huge snowstorm in 1993. I think we got like 3 or 4 feet in like a day or two. And this is my brother and I out in that snowstorm. The storm's about that, the drifts with my dad blowing snow are probably, 2 or 3 feet over my head. And my brother and I get like an icicle fight. It's just, this is the stuff you want. And I will be so relieved to turn all of these into digital files, back them up on 2 hard drives and put them in the cloud, and know that they're there forever and that I'm never going to lose them again. Yeah, I actually teared up a little bit when we found these because I thought these didn't exist anymore. This right here is the very first camera that I ever owned. It was ever my camera. This is actually a story I tell people all the time because it's really funny. This camera was actually from a yard sale. My mom had just got like a relatively professional Canon. It looks like what DSLRs look like now, but it was still a film camera. It was before digital cameras were really commercially available or affordable for like normal people. But yeah, so we were at a yard sale. My mom got so mad at me all the time for taking her camera and trying to take pictures with it. She was just worried I was going to break it because I was probably like 8 years old. We were at a yard sale and I saw this. It was 25 cents. Right there. That is how much this camera costs. $1/4. I would literally give hundreds of dollars to have this back if I ever lost it, because just to look at this and think that like I had no idea back then the story of how my life was going to turn out and how I was going to really come full circle, because I started and really got into photography and videography at a pretty young age. And then when I got older and it really started slowing down around the end of high school when college started becoming a thing, and this just got phased out because, people tell you that's not a real job. You're not going to make any money doing that. So I believed them. I listened to what everyone said. This is really not that important. I just thought it was funny. This was the very first smartphone that I ever owned. I think I was in maybe 11th grade, 10th grade. I fought and fought my mom to get me this phone because you had to upgrade your plan. And I remember I even had to pay her the extra money from working at the creamery to pay the extra on the plan that she had already paid for us. But I mean, right? Seriously, I just pictured, I think I really thought I was cool with this phone. Like, I'm picturing myself like opening my suit jacket, pulling this out and being like, oh, let me BBM some honeys on my BlackBerry. It was a cool phone though.